Hi and welcome to How to Breakdance Volume 3, The Art of Popping and Locking. This video will teach you advanced movements based upon Volume 1 and 2 of How to Breakdance. Before we start, make sure you put on a good set of knee pads to protect yourself from any injuries. So, let's get started. In step 1, you'll be practicing the movement of the wave, from arm to arm, side to side. Make sure that the wave movement looks very fluent. This move is taught in Volume 1 of How to Breakdance. In step 2, with legs apart, practice the bending of the knee from side to side. With each bend, lower yourself to the ground. Now opposite. Up with the knee, raise yourself higher and higher till you're in standing position. This is the position you should be in when on the ground. Knees bent, legs to the side. Now practice again the bending of the knees from side to side. Again, up with the knees, raising the body to standing position. In step 3, you're going to combine the movements of the wave along with the bending of the knee. On the outward wave, bend the knee. Notice also the position of the body as you bend the knee. Now to raise body up, raise knee, out with wave. Raise knee, out with wave, until standing position. In step 1, you raise your right arm up, trace your right arm with your left arm around your head, down your body, lift left leg up and then look up. Again, lift your right arm up, trace your right arm with left arm, around head, down body, lift left leg up, then look up. Now in step 2, do as in step 1, but this time raise your left arm and pass the wave over to your right. Again, as in step 1, look up, pass the wave to your right. In step 1, you'll be practicing the arm movement in a 3-step pause or ticking movement. Notice the arm pauses at 3 points. You might want to say it in your head as you pause. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In step 2, you will be practicing the same movement, except with your legs, in a pausing 3-step motion. You might want to count it in your head again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That way to keep your timing along with your stepping. In step 3, you'll be combining both the arm and leg 3-step pauses. You want to make sure that you keep the count the same. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. As you get better with the stroke walk, you can increase the amount of ticks or pauses to 4, 5, or 6 per side. In step 1 of the rope pull, we will be practicing the leg movements. Notice how the right leg comes up to the left with a slight lean to the back. Again, right to left, slight lean to the back, with the front leg keeping straight. Right to left, slight lean to the back, front leg straight. In step 2, you'll be practicing the arm pull. Notice how the hands are both at the same level. Pull, doing step 1. Again, hands at same level. Pull, doing step 1. Always remember to lean to the back, that way creating the illusion of pulling a giant object. body shake movement is created by the quick up and down bending of the knee. Notice how the feet stay planted while the knees bend quickly up and down. Again with feet planted, quick up and down bending movements of the knee. Notice how the top of the body remains straight while the knee bends up and down quickly to create a body shake.
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
In step 1, laying face forward on your stomach, raise your back up using the help of the support of your arms. Notice the way the back is arched when you raise your shoulders. In step 2, you'll be doing step 1, but this time rocking forward onto your shoulders, raising your legs in the air. Notice the arch of the back.
1, 2, 3.
In step 3, you're going to practice the upper body movement of the centipede. You'll be bringing your butt, back, shoulder, and head up. Again, it goes butt, back, shoulder, head. Butt, back, shoulder, head. Try to bring each segment of the body up higher as you say it. Butt, back, shoulder, head.
1, 2, 3.
Use your arms as support as you bring your shoulders up higher.
1, 2,
Now combine all the movements together, steps 1 and 2 with 3.
One, two, three.
In step 1, lying flat on your back, raise your chest up, then your knees. Again, chest up, then knees. Chest up, then knees. Notice how the arch in your back is made when you bring your chest up. Again, arch in your back, then up with knees. In step 3, concentrate on the heel pull as the knees go up. The heel stays in place, knees go up, pulling body. Again, heel stay in place, knees go up, pulling body. The heel pull is what creates the movement for the backward centipede. The moonwalk is an optical illusion created by stepping on toe and dragging the opposite foot back with the heel. Again, toe, drag the opposite foot back on the heel. Again, step down on toe, drag the opposite foot back, then back on toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Remember, whichever foot you are on toe position, drag the opposite foot back, leading with the heel on the ground. In step 2, you'll be practicing popping the knee forward as you step into toe position. Again, drag heel back, step on the toe, pop knee forward. In step 3, practice getting smoother with the movement, and remember to pop the knee forward as you step onto toe. In step 1, reach the left-hand side, grab an imaginary object or ball, and rotate hands. Keep your eyes fixed on the object to create the illusion. Notice how hands stay about the same distance apart to create the illusion of holding an object. In step 2, you'll be practicing the dribbling of the ball. Notice how the hand stops at the same point on the downstroke of the dribble. Now include the leg motion along with the dribble. The leg motion creates the idea of movement. In step 3, we'll be practicing the idea of swallowing the object or ball. Notice how chest comes outward, and when swallowing, goes inward, while hips move forward. By placing hand on chest, gives a visual of where the object or ball is. Chest, down to stomach, up to chest. Now combine the popping chest movement with the stepping movement shown in step 2. Now do all movements together, combining each step. And remember to create the illusion by watching the object as it moves. In step 1, with legs apart, put hands to the side and bring down body by bending knees. Notice how you keep hands at the same position while your knees bend. In step 2, do as step 1. Now this time reach over to the left and shift shoulder weight over to the left. Notice how the shoulders shift now over to the right with the same shoulder shifting movement. Now, one hand at a time, shift body weight over to hand. Notice how hand position stays the same. In step 3, you'll be bringing your body up again with your hands. Hands in position, raise your body up. Notice how the hands stay in the same location while the body raises up. Again, hands in the same location, body raises up.
Welcome to the new millennium.
All systems activated.
In step 1, bring right arm over left arm, crossing and locking onto elbows. Again, right arm over left arm, crossing, locking onto elbows.
Welcome to the new millennium.
In step 2, you'll be practicing extending your neck around in a circular motion around your arms. Bring your arms back while extending neck forward, that way creating more of an illusion when doing the movement.
Welcome to the new millennium.
In step 3, practice the leg movement. Notice how you move your left leg first, then right, in a two-part step move. Again, left then right. Remember to travel around in a circular movement when doing this move.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In step 1, you'll be practicing the wrist rotation in an inward circular motion. Now bring up wrist up to ear while bending elbow. This move can also be done with both arms at the same time. Practice an outward point at the very end of the movement. Notice that the wrist rotation motion turns in the opposite direction on the downward movement of the arm. In step 2, we'll be practicing the step kick jump. Notice how each leg step kicks one leg at a time. Now, with a slight jump into the air, practice your step kick jump. Now practice step 1 along with your step kick jump. In step 3, we'll be practicing the X arm cross. Notice how the arms cross twice with each side movement. Here we practice the X arm cross with a point. Notice the position of the opposite arm that is not pointing. Again, X arm cross with the point. In step 4, you'll do a kick into a knee drop position, sweep left leg around to jazz position, then back up. In action, you can use any combination of the moves that you like. Just make sure each move flows right into each other. And there you have it, How to Breakdance Volume 3, The Art of Popping and Locking. I'd like to thank you for your continued support of the How to Breakdance series and the United Breakers Association. Remember, practice always makes perfect, and I'll see you on Volume 4 for the Totally Insane. Bye-bye.